If you're struggling to grow your real estate business, here's the truth. It's not about flipping, building, or renting. The real bottleneck is finding great opportunities consistently. I learned this the hard way back in 2010 when I started investing in California real estate. The real money is being made in the before part of the value chain, before the work even begins. In this video, I will show you exactly what that means and how you can follow my framework to find great deals every time. And if you don't want to waste time doing it all alone, I'm offering a free one-on-one consultation call. We will go through your exact situation and map out your actions going forward to grow your business. So click the link below to book a free call with me. If you want to make money in real estate, there are three things you need to understand super well: demand, supply, and location. When I started over 20 years ago, I soon realized that I actually need to be in those high demand areas where people want to be. What's typical for those areas? Supply is fixed. I can't create more land. Okay, if that's where I want to be, then I need to find a way how I can control the inventory, make sure that I get my share of the deals. That's why I'm actually in the business of acquiring opportunities. Let's look at it here on the whiteboard. Here on the left, best areas. Here on the right, we have the so-called remote areas. Like I said, look at this grid here. Every single box is being populated. I cannot create more land. There is no manufacturing machine that does that for me. Therefore, I have to fight for the opportunity. I have to compete for it. Here on the right, yes, you can create a profitable business out of that too. That's not my focus today. Let's talk about this. Okay, if this is given, there's limited number of opportunity, but I want to be here where values go up over time and where people want to be. Then the question is, who controls this inventory? Real estate agents and homeowners. Okay? If we look at the value chain that goes into any real estate business, it has three stages. It has before, it has during, and after. What goes into these critical buckets? Here in the beginning, you obviously talk about financing. You make sure that you understand the after repair value of your property, how to acquire that, build relationships, all of that, analyze your deal, what goes into it. During, you hire your contractors, you source your materials, and then after, somebody's gonna stage it and list it for you. These two parts, I can hire people for them pretty easily. I'm oversimplifying here, of course, now. But if we think about this picture here, this is where all the focus needs to be. How do I make sure that I acquire my opportunities? I build relationships and I create a system that makes my business predictable. Without a system, I'm just a one-off random guy who has a job. If I want to turn this into a growing, profitable business, I need something predictable, a system behind it. The good news, we can build that. Now I'm going to show you how. Step number one is to identify who controls the inventory. Like we discussed in the previous section, it's the homeowners and agents primarily. But before going there are a couple of things we need to understand first. Start always with your goal. What are you trying to achieve? Are you there to develop, fix and flip, or maybe rent the property out long term? What about the type of property you want to buy? Single family home or a condo or multi-unit? Then step number two, understand your market conditions. This is very crucial. Equity or no equity, meaning is the property value higher than what they owe versus the other way around? Are there a lot of short sales of bank-owned properties, meaning REOs? When I started back in 2010 in California, we just had our huge market crash in '08, meaning it did not make any sense for me to contact homeowners. They were not the ultimate decision makers. So in that case, I had to talk to the agents since I was not a big player who was able to buy directly from the banks. So rule of thumb here is that if there's equity in the marketplace, you can talk to both homeowners and agents. But if there's no equity, you're wasting time calling people up. Second step is huge. Like in any other business, if you want more customers, you want people to buy from you, you need to be able to understand what is that they need. In other words, your job is to provide value. Here, again, we had two target customers. We had the agents and we had the homeowners. Understand what their true needs are. Start with these. Do it in half the time. Make it twice as easy or make it risk-free. Usually your offer is a combination of all three or one of them done really super well. Agents, as an example. If you're trying to build a relationship with somebody who controls a lot of inventory, why would that person ever work with you if he or she already has 2 or 3 preferred buyers in his or her back pocket? You need to understand what is that they need. If there's no other way to enter that game, then work for free. That's what I did in the beginning to create proof. I was willing to tour the properties, give them repair estimates, take pictures, make their life easier just to make sure that I would get my foot in the door. Same thing with homeowners directly. If they need help moving out, give them that. Make it easier, make it faster, and make it risk-free. That's the whole idea here as far as providing value. In step number 3, I'm going to give you a super simple and effective system that you can follow to grow your business. Let's start with those target customers that we had, agents and homeowners. How are we going to do it? There are 2 ways, one-to-one type of communication and one-to-many. Agents, calling, texting, emailing, contacting these people through Facebook and LinkedIn have been effective in my case. What about homeowners? A little different. Letters, postcards, calls. You might wonder, letters and postcards? Yes, the old-fashioned way still works. What about one-to-many? I'm going to create organic social media content. And what do I keep in mind? I keep the value in mind. This is the what here. The stuff that we define in step number 2. What is value? Do it in half the time, make it twice as easy, and make it risk-free for the buyer or for the target customer in this case. So organic social media content where you're actually providing information, education, you're helping these people. So that's the first step. And then of course paid ads. So Google ads or website ads or whatever you come up with, whatever has worked in the past. Pretty much the same thing for the homeowners. Okay, that's as far as how we're contacting these people and what is that we're gonna do. What are we talking about? Value. What are the metrics? We're tracking how many people we contact, how many leads we are getting, and ultimately how many deals we are getting or putting together. And then when are we doing it? How often? Every day, minimum 3 to 4 hours. With these things, with these steps, you are able to take control over that before part of the value chain. Assuming you're investing in areas where there's high demand, there is no more supply. You can't crank up that production machine. There's no more land, so you have to fight for the opportunity. With these simple 3 steps, you're able to do that and grow your business. That's it for the video. If you're looking to scale but don't want to waste time trying to figure it all out all by yourself, I'm offering a free one-on-one consultation call for every single one of you. All you have to do is click the link below and book that call with me. In that call, we will go through your exact situation and put together an action plan for you so that you don't have to worry about this all by yourself. That's it. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.